ready, Maura?
Number 3.
Number 3. Can you guess the last 3? If you've been listening to all of these 25 most intriguing, I would hope you could come up with the last 3. They all make sense for various reasons. Number 3 is Devin Witherspoon because he's the highest draft pick on this team. Because he vibrates. He's so energetic. Because he had an excellent rookie season, but there seems to be more that his coaching staff expects from him. Because we haven't seen whether or not he can truly be an outside corner. We've seen him be disruptive from the nickel spot. Can he start on the outside, first couple downs, move inside, and when it's appropriate? Maybe. Can he be a player that was worth giving up on a potential difference maker on the defensive line in order to select him there? In year 1, he certainly showed some of that capability. And again, the energy is probably the thing more than anything else that I'm just in awe of. You can hear him. You constantly hear him, see him, feel him.
He's a lot.
He's a lot. You hear it. When you're at practice, you can't not notice him.
When he's in the weight room, he's a lot. When he's in the meeting rooms, he's a lot. When he's on the practice field, he's a lot.
Yeah.
I said to someone the other day, can you imagine a world where that guy was opposite Richard Sherman with the Legion of Boom? Could you imagine Spoon, Sherm, Earl, and Cam? Good Lord. There might have been more earthquakes in that building than just the Beastquake. Like, the dude is...
What if he'd just been the nickel with Browner still on the outside?
Oh, this guy is just constant.
Yeah.
But the more that I listened to Mike McDonald and we talked with him Monday, and you asked him kind of point blank, you're kind of hard on him, right? And he kind of dug into that a little bit, and I loved his answer. Like, dude's got a chance to be a star. Yeah, and that's my job to bring it out.
Here's what he said.
Devin Witherspoon's having a great camp. Not a lot of ball, but he always he actually was just calling me 2 minutes ago while you guys were on the line.
You seem hard on him. Are you a little hard on him? Is that part of it? Just listening, it seems like you challenge him a little bit.
Yeah, he's a second-year guy. He needs to get challenged. I mean, he doesn't. I mean, he thinks, whatever he thinks doesn't matter.
What does he think?
He should think that he's a great player. He is a great player. And he does, and he thinks he's a great player. But there's more there. There's greatness in there, and so it's our job to pull it out of him.
You know what I'm going to do today?
There's greatness
at some point. I'm gonna watch another CR practice because now I'm just addicted. But you know what else I'm going to do today? Remind me of this too. Tonight, can you do this? Can you put a little note in your phone, right? Or Ebenezer, write it down. Remind me to look up how many Hall of Famers I played with. Because just this whole greatness conversation here. I know off the top of my head, obviously Peyton, Edgerrin, obviously, Walter Jones, Dwight Freeney. So I played Marvin Harrison. Marvin's right at the top of this list. As I was just writing right off the top, but I think there's Steve Hutchinson. I think they're going to be some more. I mentioned Walter.
I'm sorry.
The thing about Marvin, and I'll use Marvin as an example because body type wise, very similar, very lean, very I told you the Mork and Mindy egg that we sat in to measure our voluminous body fat. He was -0 body fat. Sorry, that's wrong. Get the calibrations right. I don't trust your numbers if Marvin's below 0, not humanly possible to be live. But he was that lean, and so is Spoon, that lean, Salk. But here's the difference. Here's chasing greatness. We just had Bobo on. This is great. This fits so perfectly in my mind. Because what was Bobo saying? I don't have that. I can't run like 14. I don't move like that. So I have to get the most out of what I have. Marvin Harrison could move like that. Marvin Harrison could run 4.3. But he practiced and he worked like he was Jake Bobo's skills. Right? Felix Hernandez, he had the discipline, Salk, over the course and the entirety of it to work like he had Jason Vargas stuff. He'd be a Hall of Famer. Bonafide absolutely would probably still be pitching in the game. But he just kind of relied on his raw, unbelievable talent and brought the most of it out. But you've got to, and it's what most of those guys have. Now, Walter was a little different. When he practiced his butt off. When he worked his butt off. But he could also push his Cadillac in Alabama for all of training camp and come in and be that elite. But most of these other guys, Edgerrin James, Marvin Harrison, Peyton Manning, Dwight Freeney on a Monday after a Sunday game would be in the weight room squatting 405 for reps to get the lactic acid out of his legs. Dwight Freeney and Marvin and Peyton worked like they were Jake Bobo.
Yeah.
But they had talent that was like DK Metcalf.
Yeah, those are the guys.
Those are the guys.
They become
and
Hall of
that's
Famers.
what Mike McDonald's talking about with Spoon. Like, okay, you got all that elite talent, all that elite twitch, strength.
Well, it sure doesn't seem like hard work is a problem for him. It's just a matter of getting the reps and getting him to the point where he needs to be.
But it's the attention to detail. All of those guys, too. Steve Hutchinson, all those, Dwight Freeney, all of them. The attention to every last detail. Yeah, you practice, but is your hands in the exact right spot? Or your feet in the exact right spot? Do you have that? I mean, honestly, Edgerrin practiced as hard as any
By the
player
way, that's
I've
one of
ever
the
played
things
with.
I noticed the other day. You missed Jerry Rice, I think, on your list there.
Oh, Jerry, too.
Make sure you get Jerry.
I'm going to get Jerry.
You guys are best friends.
We were.
I was just watching the coaching staff and their attention to detail. They were doing things I don't ever remember seeing.
Yep.
They're just guys lining up in their stances and like, nope, over 2 inches. You up, move your butt. Like they are. I mean, almost like high school kids, where they are kind of getting back to some of those basics. If Devin Witherspoon can do all of those things, he's freaky talented. He's got an unbelievable personality and just. Again, the word I keep using is he vibrates. He's so energetic. Got a little Rosarena to him. A little hair trigger. You never know what's going to happen next. But he's got that ability, Brock, to be one of the great ones and makes him the third most intriguing Seahawk this year. All right.